Week, one of Maryland's native sons was honored for his entrepreneurial efforts in the neckwear industry. And Yolanda Vasquez joins us now with that story. Yolanda.
Well, Jeff, Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." No one subscribes to that theory more than Irwin Sternberg. The famed neckwear designer was in town this week to talk about his ties to charitable giving. Irwin Sternberg has lived a charmed life. He's met with celebrities, British dignitaries, was even blessed by the Dalai Lama.
There's a lot of great things out there, and all of us can capture it.
That kind of entrepreneurial spirit motivated Sternberg to start his own tie company, even though he admits now he was reluctant to step out on his own.
I had twin sons, a daughter. I didn't have very much money, and I took the chance.
That leap of faith paid off. For the past 20 years, Sternberg's company, Stonehenge Limited, has produced some of the most popular neckwear lines in the industry.
It all started with us when we had the opportunity of creating the Jerry Garcia ties.
Sternberg says it took him months to convince the late Grateful Dead singer to allow him to transpose his artwork onto a tie. The Jerry Garcia line sold surprisingly well, but was discontinued when the glorified guitarist died in the mid-90s.
But while we had it, it was 7 wonderful, brilliant years of the most exciting times, I'm told, in the history of men's fashion.
In fact, some of the proceeds from the Jerry Garcia line were donated to the San Francisco Art Institute. These days, Sternberg continues to create neckwear with a philanthropic bent. For example, these ties from Tibet were designed to benefit the Tibetan freedom movement. Another collection called Cocktail Colors helps raise awareness about the dangers of drinking and driving.
And today, it's one of the #1 selling ties in America, and the concept is, let this be the only way to tie one on before driving. Support mothers against drunk driving.
For all of his altruistic efforts, this week Sternberg was awarded the 2004 Distinguished Entrepreneur Award from the University of Baltimore at their 5th annual entrepreneurial conference and luncheon. The famed neckwear designer says he's honored to be acknowledged by his alma mater, but even happier to be back home in Baltimore.
I've traveled all over the world. I've lived in several areas within the country, and I feel like I'm Dorothy sometimes, where I click my heels and I still say, there's no place like home.
And breaking news here at the MPT studio. At the conference, Sternberg announced that he will be launching a new line of clothing with a feng shui motif. Sternberg bought the trademark rights to the name feng shui 2 years ago. He says he wants to help educate people about the 4,500-year-old tradition. He's kind of like Donald Trump in that respect with "you're fired," right?
But feng shui is all about having things in the right place. If your tie's a little askew, I guess you're in trouble.
You'll be in trouble.
The thing I wanted to ask you about the Jerry Garcia ties, I mean, you would not have thought that would be a hit. But I guess it's the idea that you know, it's this counterculture figure, and a tie is a very conformist thing, so it's a way of making a statement.
It surely is, and one thing Sternberg talked about was the fact that President Clinton wore a Jerry Garcia tie all the time and would make mention of it. And speaking of ties, I just want to show you real quickly, these are the ones from his Cocktail Colors. This benefits mothers against drunk driving. And Jeff, I picked up one just for you. It's an American tie with a flag for an all-American guy.
Save it for the 4th of July. Yolanda,
There you
thanks
go.
very much.